Hey guys, Bryce here from Wide Open Reviews, and today we're going to be taking a first look at the new Photoshop CS6. Now I'm going to be taking a look at 3 new features, and you may have seen Adobe's sneak peeks or new feature walkthroughs, but the thing is, their images they've tried over and over, and they've taken perfect images to work perfectly with the new features, so there's no mistakes and it looks awesome, which is great. But I wanted to try it with some real world examples. So I have 3 pictures here. One is from LA, and I'm going to be trying the new tilt shift effect on it. This one is a raw photo, and it was underexposed purposely of my dog, and we're going to be trying to use the new raw capabilities to make it look pretty good. And finally, I'm going to use the content aware move to try and move this post over in the picture. So we'll just see how this goes. Alright, so let's jump right in. This is the new Photoshop, as you can see. It has essentially the same layout as the old Photoshop, but it is now darkened and consolidated, so you don't have windows kind of everywhere. This is like one, as you can see if I'll move it, it's like one whole thing that fills up your entire screen. It's got the same thing, everything's just kind of darker. Alright, so let's go ahead. First we're going to open the raw photo and try and play with it with the new raw features. So it opens up like this, and as you can see, underexposed. So the first thing I'm going to do is increase the exposure. And already we're getting a better looking image, but this is nothing new with raw. What is cool is it separates the highlights and the shadows. So I can now decrease the I can increase or decrease them separately from the shadows if I need to bring up the shadows or make the shadows really dark but the highlights still stick out. And it's very functional. You can get some cool things, some cool, vintage style or whatever you're looking for by messing with all these cool features. Some of these are just basic raw, and then some of these are the new built-in Photoshop stuff. So as you can see, this is looking way better than it did before. Obviously not the best picture, but just an example of the new raw system. So we'll go ahead and just open it up, and real quick, not a new feature, but my dog looks very tired, as you can see, so we'll just go ahead and use that spot healing brush to get rid of his tiredness. I actually woke him up to take this picture, that's why he looks kind of out of it. As you can see, spot healing brush works great as always. So now we're going to go ahead and open up that picture of LA, and we'll apply this new tilt shift blur. They actually have a few blurs. As you can see, these blue are all the new features. So we'll try the tilt shift. They have fill and iris, which are similar effects, and as you can see, bam, already a nice tilt shift. Didn't even need to buy an expensive lens. You can move it anywhere in the photo, and you can also rotate it using this right here. You can choose how much is going to be blurry by moving these, if I want to show more of the picture or less of the picture, and then how much the blur actually fades in and out, and how blurry it actually is with these lines. So we'll go ahead and move this down, click OK. Not perfect, but again, just trying to show you that this feature does work pretty well. Tilt shift in the new Photoshop. And finally, the feature you're probably all waiting for is the content aware move tool. So first thing, I'm going to start by making a selection with the selection brush. So I'm just going to make a very kind of crude selection here. We could spend all day, but I'd rather not. You don't want to spend all day watching this, so we'll just fix that up. I'm kind of rushing myself here, but oh well. And get that bird out of it. And the one thing that I played with this tool, but I've actually never opened any of these images in the new Photoshop because I don't want to have any idea going into it what it's going to be like. But from playing with the content aware move tool, a key kind of deal is you don't want to leave edges behind, because that makes it really hard for Photoshop to figure out what's going on. So we'll just get that little bit in there, and we should be we'll just see how this goes. Alright, so now to access the content where I move, you just click on the spot healing brush, and there it is. It looks like this, and all you do is boop, and we'll move this right here. And it's gonna analyze and figure out what's going on. And as you can see, what I was saying about the edges earlier, so we'll just go ahead and deselect that. So it left these edges, but did a pretty good job of filling in the center. So let's just see how good we can get this. Again, this is a real world example. That was a little big. This is a real world example that I haven't actually tried using this photo before. The bird got a little blurry. We'll just remove it. So we're just seeing how much we can get out of this photo by moving that, and it's actually looking pretty decent. Let's see if we can. It's gonna be a trouble spot right there. Okay, that cleaned up pretty well. Try not to get the rocks mixed in with the water. We're still getting a little blurry stuff over here. Not bad though. Not bad for what? That took like 10 seconds work. Now this doesn't look great, mainly because I was trying to avoid getting the edges in. As you can see, not perfect. Maybe we can try and select this and use content aware delete and see what that gives us. A little better image. You can still kind of see the reflection over here. I wonder if we can get rid of that. Oh, actually that cleaned up pretty nice. Besides this pole being a little bad because I kind of screwed up on the selection, but that's okay. But as you can see, it works pretty well. Now this is a pretty tame example because nice plain background, nice, the water's not very nice, but it is a pretty plain background, not complicated, but I think that's pretty much what the tool is intended for. So those are just some features of the new Photoshop CS6, and you can actually check it out and download the free beta for a trial at adobe.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.